Hi there, I'm Luma. Welcome to my channel. It's June 1st. It's June 1st. Oh my, we made it through the month of May. Okay, I think this video is mostly going to be about what happened in May. I'll say it this way: magnificent, massive multitudes. Humanity, Earth, have put out a huge call for support out to the universe, to all the spiritual levels, and we've been waiting and waiting for a response because things were getting really bad. Earth was getting sucked and gone down into a deep, dark density hole, and all the life forms and all of us on it. Yep. The shit really hit the fan, to put it that way, in a colossal way, right? Things are really out of balance. So what's required when something is really out of balance? You got to bring in some really, really big, heavy forces to match, right? To steer this Earth ship back into balance so we can be on our way. Okay? So I feel that was really set in motion, initiated and activated in massive way in the month of May. All right. A lot of energy coming through, I might not be able to describe it. All of you folks are incredible energy sensitives. You feel really deeply. My job here is just to give you some words and concepts so that you can trust and dispel all doubt that you actually know who you are and what you're about and what you're really connected to. Yeah? Let's say we're all here to represent universal love. Let's just keep it simple. The universal principle of unified love. Yeah? And I talked about that in a really delightful conversation with my friend Sarah. We did a Facebook Live on her Facebook group. It's posted up here on my channel as well. And that day we're really just basking in it. It was a lot of delight, a lot of joy, a lot of laughter, okay? So this is a reality that's come in and set here on this planet, which we can choose or not choose. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about free will choice here. Yeah. Seemed like a good idea when that came up as a possibility for creation and form and explorations. Maybe it just went a bad way and it's time to close down that experiment here. Honestly, yeah. Are you ready to surrender your free will choice? To just align yourself completely and totally with unified universal love? And stop mucking around in anything that's anti-life and anti-source and causing harm and suffering and needless pain? Yeah? So free will choice. Let's say our choice has been impaired. Seriously impaired. Like, God. Okay, so the level of density, darkness, sticky black freaking goo that we have been mucking around in. We could not make a clean or clear choice. It was not possible. You have to do like hardcore spiritual work to just get yourself the tiniest bit clean and clear, right? So this is the imbalance, right, that we've been living in. It's like, we can't get ourselves out of here. We need some help. Like, we can't even connect with our higher selves. We've lost connection with our soul. It's so dense and dark here, right? So what happened in May? Boom. Response happened. Walls came crashing down. Veils were lifted, right? All the barriers, of that dark goo and density. It was like the jackhammers of the universe came in and said, we'll take care of that crap for you, okay? We've been, asking for help in our higher levels, our higher selves, our teams, those parts of us that exist in unified universal love creations, forms, other planets, star systems, formlessnesses, you name it. Yep, we're pretty giant, amazing, gigantic beings ourselves. So we called in those gigantic aspects and friends, guardians, and they're here. Have you noticed? Yep. We called for help and we're getting it, But here we are, so used to doing everything by ourselves, not trusting ourselves, not trusting anybody else because of the levels of abuses and trauma that we've lived in, and manipulation. We don't want to let anybody in. We don't want to listen to anybody, right? So here we are, we're like ultra controlled and trying to micromanage our ascension process. Yeah. We're kind of getting in the way here, right? And it's really hard to surrender when you've been so manipulated. Yeah. We've been so protected. Okay. So let's again talk with these large creation forces that have come in, doing the big cleanup job here, right? It's like jackhammers breaking down the hard levels of density. Bubble washes coming in and washing through, softening down density, yeah? So it can dissolve and disintegrate when what's happening, okay? When density is dissolving and disintegrating. It's kind of a shit show, quite frankly. Yeah, so a whole bunch of stuff that was stuck in matter, that would be soul energy, trapped in matter, going, I'm a spiritual being, but I can't, let's look at it this way. Okay, so matter is embedded with all kinds of seeds of spirit. Yeah, little sparkly, bright, light little seeds embedded in deep dark matter. We've got a soul. Soul is like the conduit or the balancing force between spirit and formlessness and matter and form. Yeah, and here we are, human souls in this dance, in this balance. Yeah, things got really out of balance, really out of balance. Yeah. So what's going on here? Okay, so soul. Yeah, soul amplification. I understand soul. When we work at that level, for me, it's the angelic realm. Yeah. When I speak with that realm, it's like, please show me some concepts to understand what's going on right now. And I was shown a big watering can, big old watering can with the word soul on it, and these angelic beings very playfully pouring this watering can all over my head, right? Being watered with soul energies, soul frequencies, yeah, to what? Soften down the matter so we can start to release some of those seeds that got covered in more than concrete, metal, barriers, yeah? Dissolving all that down, softening it, right? So these seeds of spirit embedded in matter can start to grow with the attention and love of soul, yeah? When we see and understand soul as this balance and conduit so that we always remember spiritual aspects of life while we're experiencing levels of form and density, yeah? Again, we're coming out of a deep state of deep imbalance. You know what I mean, all right? Okay, so we got the soul watering can coming in, watering us all, so our oh my gosh, the density can lift and we can start to actually feel our souls and then naturally come back into balance. Life naturally wants to exist in balance. We know that. That's our state of health. When things are all balanced, we're healthy. When they're out of balance, we're sick and ill and disturbed, yeah? Okay, so on all levels, not just physical, yeah? There we go. So what? We might one day here on Earth, and I'm sure we will, because it's inevitable that we'll live in this paradise planet that we know intimately, and we love, and loves us. And There's so much love. And there's so much freedom. And that only thing that we would ever choose is love. And all those impaired choices that would choose anything other than that. Yeah, that's what we're encountering here in the density, in the matter, as it's getting disintegrating and dissolving. You know, so these waves at a human level, the emotionality of guilt, of remorse, of grief, of loss, of heartbreak, of all the things. Yeah, we'll just let that emotional energy is just whew, right? That's why we got these magnificent multitudes. They're like, humans, man, put out your recycling here, put out your garbage. You're just living in garbage. You're living in so much trash. You're just like in a trash compactor. We got to pop you out of the trash compactor, right? Okay, so I'm speaking here as like these, you know, cosmic beings that like, they couldn't intervene. They're like, okay, you guys are experiencing free will choice. You can choose whatever the hell you want. You're choosing hell. Okay, right? What can we do? You know, and then at some point we're like, oh, no, we don't want to choose that anymore, but we're having hard time choosing anything else. So please intervene. Please. Like, I think we called for an intervention. We got it. Okay, we got it. All right. So just let that one drop in here. That your call for help has been responded to. The planetary 911 call. Finally, someone picked up the phone at the other line. They've been trying to get here, and now they're here. Barriers have been removed. Veils have been removed. Most of them are in the mental field. Our hearts are good. Empathy, compassion, that's highly developed in a lot of humanity. Yeah. That's moving this show along the road here to higher and higher expressions. We're just cleaning up a lot of mental garbage at the moment here. That's one way to understand it. So I'm going to talk a bit about dragons as a consciousness field that have a very highly developed mentality and clarity of mind. So, and other beings that understand the power of thought. And how, as humans, we've been under the influence of noxious and toxic thought forms that have turned us backwards and away from love, away from source. Yeah. And those thought forms accumulated so much density, they became like bricks. And those thought forms, which became bricks, started to accumulate and build walls and build barriers in perception. And then started to dictate to the emotional energy. And then there was this crazy battle going on inside of us and getting played out all over the world between this imbalanced mental and imbalanced emotional. Yeah. Sometimes the mental would run so cold, it would have no compassion or no empathy in its extreme imbalance. Sometimes the emotionality would run so hot and heavy and thick and sticky, it would just cause so much turmoil, so much turbulence, so much chaoticness. Yeah, so these forces of excessive emotionality and very cold mentality. Yeah, these extremes, you know, that we've been trying to balance in us. Like everyone's in an extreme state of imbalance. Yeah. So, soul. Remember the soul watering can coming in and watering us here. You know, flowing those frequencies to help us restore balance within our own bioenergy field, then with each other, And we remember we're part of the ecosystem here. How may we maintain our microbial environment, ecosystem of our bioenergy field to interface with other bioenergy fields of the planet in a harmonized and balanced way. That's our exploration at the moment. We're just in it. We're in it. We're all in. Right. So, levels of support coming in to help do the big cleanup in the mental plane, in the mental field. It's like cosmic garbage day is finally coming, picking up all the garbage thoughts, all the toxic thoughts, breaking down those bricks and walls that were created out of thought forms. One of the most powerful substances to create with in this universe is thought, you know? And we know this, and we're kind of waking up to this, and there's a lot of misperceptions and misunderstandings because we've been under this influence of being so impaired, we can't even understand our own thoughts or our own minds, yeah? That's why we got a lot of help coming in here. And it's not about mind control. It's not about manipulation, you know. When I'm going through this process myself, you know, going through lifetimes where I got in the reincarnation recycling loop and I couldn't freaking get through the density and just had to keep coming back again and again until you're so bloody exhausted you just don't want to do it anymore, right? Some of that's coming up too. It's like, man, oh man, I just want off this merry-go-round, please. Yep. So guess what? We're off the merry-go-round, the reincarnation looping cycle. Yeah. I talked about this a while ago, probably about a year ago. Ascension gates are open. You know, we can actually start to move through the density, doing our rehabilitation, coming into balance where there is extreme imbalances, especially in the mental plane. Yeah. All right, just keep putting out those toxic thoughts for the cosmic garbage trucks that are coming on through. They're going to break that down. Yeah. Toxic waste removal. So we're not impaired. So we can actually choose in a clear and balanced way how we will proceed with our lives, how we will endeavor to collaborate with universal life principles, structures and order, beauty, harmony, balance, peace. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Alrighty. So, you know, there's so much phenomena going on. There's so many ways to understand it, you know, all the solar activity, measurements of Schumann frequencies, this and that. Extraordinary cloud formations, man, oh man, I posted up some that I saw this week. Just like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? You know, there was aurora borealis here last night. Whatever it is that you're experiencing, you know, it's like how many more signs and signals do we need here that help has arrived, support is here. There's a big cleanup happening, massive cleanup, de-densification. You know, stuff's de-densifying again. All that trapped emotional energy, all that trapped soul energy getting liberated, and whew, yeah. So waves of extreme exhaustion. Sometimes it'll be feelings of futility. I'm just done with this all. I just want to give up. That was all like a lot of trapped soul energy. Yeah. In density. Yeah. Just keep pouring that watering can of soul on, right? Soul being that medium that maintains, hopefully, balance between spirit and matter. Yeah. It's a pretty delicate dance here. Yeah. So we're coming out of that density where mostly our thoughts were very heavily impaired and weighed down by black sticky goo that would close us down, yeah, inhibit and block higher consciousness states, block our ability to receive clear original thoughts, universal love. Let's keep it simple here, okay? There we go. All right, so let's come in for a landing here together. You know, recalibrate, orient, locate where we are. We have traveled light years in 1 month of linear time. So let's have a little catch-up time here. Catching up with yourself. We got a little bit of catch-up time here. It's kind of, I see June, July, catching up. And we got another big movement coming in August. All right. So allow yourself to feel all you feel. Move with all that's moving through you. You can stop calling for support because it's here and just start working directly with the higher levels of intelligence that you embody as a universe. Pretty vast. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening inwardly to your own knowing, your own instincts and intuitions that are guiding you along. Remember to keep watering yourself with more soul, yeah, so those seeds of spirit can grow within you. Right here in these bioenergy fields that we call human forms. Physical healing. All kinds of things going to come possible soon. And we're right on the cusp as things are emerging right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. If you do need some one-on-one support, I do one-on-one sessions, you know, helping doing a lot of this clearing and rebalancing, understanding, letting go, creating space so new can come in. And once in a while, I'm sharing up some photos over on my Telegram channel, taking a little vacation from Patreon for a while, but there'll be some more coming up there as I get some little bit of rest and recovery time here as well and regrouping. Yeah. So again, thank you so much for your support and watching. Do like, subscribe. Please do share these videos with others who may benefit from this point of view. There's so many different ways to understand what we're in the midst of here, and I do hope that this has been helpful for you. Take good care, and I'll be back really soon.